It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. Take a look at the 5 and 10. It's glistening once again with candy canes and silver lanes that glow. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Toys in every store, but the prettiest sight to see is the holly that will be on your own front door.
Hello guys, it's your boy Anime Squad 101 here, back with another video today. Today we're going to do What If Deku Had a Christmas Quirk Part 1. This will be my Christmas special series. So, the only changes I'm going to do to Deku's birth is pretty much the day he's born. So, the day he's actually born is Christmas Eve. So, today, Inko just gave birth to Deku, and they had a nurse that could scan quirks and see their quirks and their abilities. They wanted to see if this kid already had signs of a quirk, or if they had to wait till he's 4 to see what his quirk is. So, they have the nurse scan Deku, and the nurse sees quirk, Christmas, abilities, can gift quirks, can summon all the things that are to do with Christmas, and can summon elves to fight for him or to keep him company. So, years pass, and it's Christmas. Deku has not been able to use his quirk, and it's about the time when all the kids are developing their quirks. So, it's Christmas, and Deku is just thinking what he should do this Christmas. His mom, he was wondering what to gift his mom, and he thought maybe some jewelry and maybe some jewelry. He's a little kid. He doesn't know how much jewelry costs. It's expensive. So, he goes to a small jeweler's, and the people at the jeweler's just ask where's this kid, mom or dad. He says, I've come alone to get my mom some jewelry. The people that are working at the jeweler's are just thinking this kid is adorable, and they give Deku a small, just a few small earrings, and say, here, this should be enough. Deku's just like, thanks, and he walks out. So, for Christmas, he gives his mom earrings. So, yeah. And then, seeing his mom so happy made him really happy. Enough that he activated his quirk, but he has not used it yet. So, his quirk did not activate, but he unlocked it. So, Deku is thinking of hot chocolate and a few candy canes, and they appear right in front of him. So, Deku is happy. His mom is surprised that they just came out of mid-air, or out of nowhere, and realizes that it's his quirk. Inko is overjoyed and says, Izuku, you got a quirk for Christmas. Deku, realizing what just happened, is just like, oh my gosh, I unlocked a quirk! And pretty much was ecstatic over it. So, Deku learns what his abilities are. Inko telling him his abilities now that he has it. Well, the ones that she knows of and the doctor knows of. So, Deku tries to use them, able to use them all. making their old Christmas tree that's losing a few pine needles here and there a brand spanking new Christmas tree filled with top tier ornaments and star. Inko, surprised about this, is like, Izuku, you did this? Izuku's like, yep, I did. So that happens. Years go by, Deku realizing how to summon elves, even some of Santa's elves. Because why not? It's a Christmas quirk, why not? So, years pass by, and Deku's mom gets a sickness. I know you guys are going to hate me for this, but Inko dies from the sickness. Deku he doesn't know what to feel. He just lost his mom. He feels incredible sorrow. Despair, if you know that reference. So, Deku is living on the streets. Years pass by, and Deku is so depressed. Then, it was about Christmas time, and Deku is just like, I wish I could have a house, so at least get warm and live in. And a house just appeared. Deku is surprised about this. And you guys might be asking, why is Deku able to gift himself? Well, if you're incredibly depressed and lonely, you gift yourself. Few of you might have done this. I don't know what to really say, since that's a sensitive matter. So, Deku sees this and sees a key in his hand. Deku is just like, I wonder what this is. As he tries to get into the house, able to get in. When he walks through the door, he finds himself in like a toy factory. Deku is confused about this. He's like, wait, where am I? And then he sees a few elves walk by carrying presents. Deku, surprised about this, listens in on their conversation. The elves are talking about how they have to hurry up and get these Christmas presents to Santa's sleigh. So, Deku's just like, wait, Santa? Elves? Wait, where am I? As then an elf comes up behind him and says, you're in the North Pole. Deku, startled about this, almost falls. The elf catches him and is just like, hey there, you can't be falling here. Why are you here? I don't remember a human being able to come here. Deku's like, I don't even know where I am, or why I'm here. The elf's like I said before, you're in the North Pole. Why you're here? I would like to know the same. Let's take you to the big man himself. As they start walking over to an office, they open the door and they see none other than the jolly man himself, Santa Claus. So, Santa is just like, ho ho, hello. Hold up, I have to figure out a name. And Santa says, well, hello, Ryan. Ryan's just like, Santa, we have this boy. He does not know why he's in the North Pole, and somehow he found this place. Santa is just like, oh, you're Izuku Midori, alright? Deku's just like, yes, I am. Somewhat on guard, since over the years of just living alone, he has discovered that he cannot trust a lot of people. And actually, he is not able to. because they can lie, cheat, and all of that, since he's seen them all firsthand. And then Santa's like, oh, don't, you don't have to be on guard around me. Besides, I am Santa. Deku is just like, Santa? That's a lie. Santa doesn't exist. And he's like, oh, but I am Santa. As he creates some toys out of thin air, Deku's just like, wait, that's like my quirk. What in the world? So Santa's just like, ho ho. I am actually your grandfather. Deku is shocked by this. He's like, wait, what? What do you mean you're my grandfather? I don't even have one. He died before I was born. Santa's just like, ho ho ho. You're mistaken. This is actually this is the family business. We are Santa. When one of us gets too old and cannot go as Santa, we pick up the mantle. The men of the Midoriya family have had this for generations, except for your father. He ran away, and he found your mother, Izuku. So, when he ran off again, we didn't know what to do, and we saw that what was I about to say? Izumi, that Inko had a boy, and we said we decided to make him the next Santa. Deku is surprised about this. He's like, wait, what? And Ryan, on the other hand, is just like, the fuck is this? I never knew any of this. Ryan says this out loud, and he's like, and Santa's just like, oh, that's because we keep it a bit of a family secret. Only the top of the elves know. Then Ryan's just like, okay, whatever. Since he can't really do anything here, he's like, okay, he just got hit with some knowledge that he didn't know, but other than that, what can he really do? So, Deku's just like, yeah, right, I doubt that. As then Santa's like, oh, follow me, I'll show you. As he pretty much they walk around the workshop. Deku, seeing the whole factory, is just like, holy schnitzel. Since Deku never learned to cuss. And, yeah. I don't know. I think that's how elves cuss, kind of. I don't really give a shit anymore. So, that happens. And then they walk outside the building, Deku looking around and feeling the freezing temperature. He's like, whoo! Since it was winter in Japan, but it wasn't really. Hold up. It was cold, and it was winter in Japan, and it was cold, but not as cold as the North Pole, on the other hand. So, Deku is freezing because the coat he is wearing is like a thin layer of clothing. So, it does nothing except to maybe keep him half a degree warmer. Santa's like, ho ho ho, here. As he snaps his finger, and a coat comes on Deku. Deku's like, thanks. As he's still shaking, Santa's like, oh, don't worry, we won't be over here long. As they walk to a barn-looking area. And when Santa opens the door, Deku sees all these reindeer. One in particular with a red nose. Deku is just like, okay, I am going crazy. This is just a dream. This is just an illusion. Someone has to be using a quirk on me. And Santa's just like, ho ho ho. No illusions here. Deku is awestruck by this. He's like, holy shit! The heck? How? Deku is just speechless. Santa is just like, oh, don't worry, I don't expect you to take this all in at once. But you need to go back to your mom. Deku with a expression as the mood in the room changes. And Deku says, my mom, she died. Santa's just like, I'm sorry to hear that. Since he didn't mean to bring up such a sensitive issue, Deku's just like, it's alright. Santa's just like, oh, I think you will be living over here then. Is that okay with you? Deku's just like, yeah, that's okay. So, then, Ryan brings Deku to his room and says, here, this is where you will be sleeping. Deku is like, okay. As he yawns and lays down and goes to bed. He goes to bed as soon as he lays down, since he hasn't felt something so soft in a long time. So, then, hold on. So then, Ryan just closes the door and walks out. Word begins to spread that Santa's grandson has come to the North Pole. It became the top hit on the Elf Post. So, Deku wakes up and he walks out. Then there are a few elves outside his door. Deku's just like, what's this? And the elves just scatter, because they were just there to see if the rumors were true or not, which they are. Sorry I keep pausing the video. Half of it is that someone's coming over to my room to talk to me or something, or to ask me something, which gets annoying after a while. Or I'm just eating Halloween candy. Yes, I said Halloween candy. I got a lot of Halloween candy. Tip for all the people who still trick or treat. If you live around a rich people's neighborhood, go right there. That's where you have to go. And if you can, go later on about pretty much the end of trick or treating. You clear out all the stands. And some of them, if you go late enough, they just give you all they have left, because they're just like, no one else is gonna come over here. So it's a pretty good idea to keep in mind. So, where did we leave off? Oh yes, Deku is just walking around the factory, and then he sees a little elf having some trouble trying to make a toy. Deku's just like, here, as he makes the toy that he's building, which I'm going to say is a wooden train. The elf is just like, thank you. And Deku's just like, no problem. Since after all those years, we still have the kind-hearted Deku. He's just deeper down inside, covered by an external shell of more of a quiet, reserved, and if need be, aggressive fighter. That kind of character is covering the gentle and more lovable character. So, then Deku walks around not knowing what to really do. He's just like, Okay. I got a pretty good idea of my whereabouts and where to go if I need to go here. Okay. And then, Deku is just like, might as well get a hot chocolate. As he just summons a hot chocolate and just starts drinking it. As he's walking down, he notices a hot chocolate machine. He's just like, I wonder if this place's hot chocolate is better than mine. He puts his mug down with his hot chocolate and gets some hot chocolate. He takes a sip and his eyes widen. This is better than the hot chocolate he gets, or he creates. So, Deku's is like, shit, this is way better than the ones I make. They put mine to shame. Gotta know how to make this. As he just walks away. And yeah, time skip a few years. Actually, no. Time skip a few months. And we see Deku walking around, and it's rush hour. They have to get all the presents packed up and put on the sleigh. And Santa comes over and says, oh, Izuku, would you like to come with me to deliver all the presents? We should be able to make it twice as fast with you with me. And I can teach you a bit of our family trade. Deku's just like, sure. Because Deku is acting this way because that external crust of Deku, or external shell, is no longer there. It will come out if need be, like in a fight or that stuff. But other than that, he's his old self. But the only difference is that he's more confident in his abilities. And that's pretty much it. So, they go out on their little expedition to give every kid in the world a present. So, they go around and they start delivering the presents. Deku seems to be a natural at it. Santa's just like, ho, you're really good at this. I can see you surpassing the lot of us Santa Clauses. And be the number one Santa Claus. That would be something to see. So, they do that, and then they come back. And they're happy. Well, Deku's ecstatic. That was one of the best things he's did in his life. But he's also tired, because he just spent the last 24 hours delivering presents. I don't know about you, but that would tire me a little. So, he walks over to the special hot chocolate stand. And he gets one, which, by the way, is just like a coffee version of a hot chocolate. That sounds really good now that I'm thinking about it. Starbucks, if you're one of the Starbucks employees, if you're watching this, bring this to your menu. I don't know if you have it, but oh, and keep making those peppermint mochas. Delicious. So, they do that, and then they go to sleep. And this happens for the next few years. And, what should I do? Should I stop this video or continue going? Hold up while I think about it. I'm gonna do this. Then, when Deku is about 14, he asks his grandfather, which is Santa, he asks Santa, hey, Gramps, can I go to UA? Santa isn't taken aback by this. He's like, huh? And then Deku's just like, well, that's kind of been my childhood dream, to become the #1 hero. Sanchez is like, ho ho, I could see you being the #1 hero. Why not let you go? I don't see a reason not to let you go. And he lets Deku go to UA. And this is where I'm going to end the what if. Tell me, do you want me to not have Deku go to what if and stay in the North Pole and learn more of the Midoriya family trade? Or do you want me to go with Deku going to UA? Tell me in the comments down below. Like, subscribe, do all that, and peace, you guys.